Hey guys, welcome back. Today it is the 25th of October 2024. Let's talk about it. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see me making 600 today within 7 years. And before I get into that, I am looking for a little bit more subscribers, and the reason why is because I want to have more accountability um, through streaming, and hopefully you will also get some accountability back by seeing that. So that would be great if you would join. Let's get into the announcements on the daily stream. Today did not go as expected, and I definitely learned my lesson here. So a couple of weeks ago, I talked about the devils in the details. So I'm going to focus more on the details than the general picture, because the general picture of what I'm doing seems to be working. So today was a field day, and that was because I was not prepared, but I'm happy that it happened. So, yeah, I was streaming for a half hour, and after that stream, the study stream that I'm doing, the internet got really sluggish, slow, and at first I thought it was just me. My computer's too far from the computer because I was using Wi-Fi, but that does not seem to be the case. Eventually, it got completely cut off. I could not even load a simple site like Google anymore. It's just forever loading, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and maybe I get like one paragraph, and that's about it. That's how slow it was. But this was a problem because I did not have any backup. I really depended on the things that I do online because, yeah, that is basically the goal. Make a 600 day within 7 years to everything web related. So that was not good. And I figured that I needed a backup. I'm actually going to bring it inside my routine that I'm going to have fail safes for that. So the first thing is that I'm going to use cable, and the modem is a bit too far from the computer, but yeah, it's just in the morning for 3 hours, so I can just pull the cable all the way to the other room, and so yeah, I bought that. The second thing is I'm going to ask the upstairs neighbors if they want to exchange credentials. So if their internet runs out, they can go on my internet, and if my internet runs out, I can go on their internet. They're probably going to say no, but you never know. Maybe I give some reasoning behind it. They might say yes, because there's a bias of it. If you give a reason, people are more inclined to say yes. Just example, when you're cutting in line and you tell them like, "Oh, I'm sorry in a hurry, my kid is at the nanny," blah 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 blah. People were likely to do that when you just cut off and say nothing. All right, so I got on the phone with the internet provider, and then basically being very dumb about it, that it was me. I'm pretty sure it was not me. So I'm changing subscriptions. I'm very adamant. I'm very strict about that. If you're gonna lie, if you're gonna do stupid stuff, that's okay. Let's separate ways. That's about it. Very business-like. My subscription is also a form of business service. So yeah, doing that. Also, I'm gonna announce that there's gonna be a shopping day, probably on Monday and Tuesday, because I gathered enough money to buy some clothes, because my clothes are ripping out. Like if you want to see, it's not good anymore. I have this for like four years, so I'm gonna take the time. And the reason why I can take the time is because I have one of my rewards that I had from the goals that I've achieved, which is an award incentive. What the center space is visit the city center. So I'm gonna use that one, and I'm gonna do some shopping. So before we get into the other stuff, what are the fail saves that I made? Well, first of all, I documented the. No, I have the documentation offline, but there's only one problem when it comes to next year's documentation. They made it so backlink, like there are more like 2,000 backlinks just on that site alone, even on the documentation, that I decided to scrap that and have that just online on my mobile data. But for the other documentation, I do have that, and also for Framer, I have the documentation offline. Um, Let me think about other stuff that I did for that. So yeah, that was pretty annoying. Also, I had to buy a longer internet cable, and the computer guy, tried to scam me for it. But I found another one for a cheap price, which is a little bit longer. It's 15 meters instead of 10 meters, but the price was good, so we might as well buy it. All right, let's get into the languages. I unfortunately did not have time to do any language besides from Japanese. And what I'm adjusting is that usually I do kanji practicing in the morning and in the evening, but now I'm gonna do it in the morning, in the afternoon, and the evening. Only for like 15 minutes each. And the reason why I'm gonna do that, because I really need to hurry up with the kanji. The kanji is now, it says that I've learned 25 kanji. What do you mean? I've been busy for 2 months, and this application tells me that I've only learned 25 kanji. That's not good. That is not good. So we need to put in the effort. Also, we finished our top 100 phrases in Korean and Japanese, so there were no new announcements for that. Let's get into the bias, which is effort justification. So that is when you give emotional attachment to products or a certain price or certain anything. And why is this annoying? Because you might see it because you have put in so much effort that you're gonna keep it and share it. So you get biased in a way that it must be worth something. For example, if you bought a jacket for $400, then you might, well, this better last 5 to 7 years to get the maximum amount of it. Or today I got scammed at the grocery store for 70 cents of a plastic bag. So my head said like, okay, I want to use this bag as much as possible. But this is really tied with sunk cost fallacy and other some biases, but also cognitive dissonance, because your belief do not match the action, right? They're skewed. So yeah, there's that. All right, so let's get into the programming today. What we could do is make the link tree for like a half hour, and after that, on stream, we tried to fix the internet issues, but it took way longer. I had to make some calls, so I didn't get into working on Next.js. Let me see if I have other stuff that I'm forgetting. Still 6 eyes, I'm sorry. I think that's basically it for today. Tomorrow's gonna be another stream. I now have cable. Oh yeah, I have a new microphone. The microphone seems to be working, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, it was a really unfortunate day. I'm gonna head to bed because it's already past bedtime, but I have to do 5 more Anki, 5 more kanji practice, and one other small thing. Oh yeah, and I have to upload a video, so hopefully I will be in bed within the half hour. Thank you so much for watching. This was the 25th of October 2024. See you on to the next one.